It's been at least a week or so since we played some Genshin. I didn't think I'd have time to play this today, so we're gonna spend an hour or two continuing where we left off. I spent some time last week grinding so that I'd be able to level up some of my characters because I've been feeling like the world level slog is starting to catch up with me. I wish you could just keep lowering the world level at this point. Make the game as easy or as hard as you wanted it to be. But that's my current stance on it. And this will probably be the last stream I do before my birthday. Because I don't know if I will have time to do anything on my birthday. Because I will be spending the whole day with family, it seems, at this point. Who knows? Maybe I'll log in on the day before, like late Thursday night, close to midnight, and see if I can see what kind of stuff is going to unlock in some games. Because some games do fancy stuff for your birthday. You never know. I know that I missed an opportunity to log in on my birthday last year on Genshin, and what's funny is my birthday is the 29th of September, and I'm told Genshin's birthday is the 28th. So it works out weird for me because of anniversary shenanigans. Which means I guess tomorrow is Genshin's anniversary? 2020, this would be the 3-year anniversary if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, it came out in 2020. I'm sure there was like an alpha build. Yeah. This game's been out for a while.
You know, we've been walking around for a while now. Why don't we go back to the Spina di Rosula base in the Court of Fontaine and have a rest? Navia said something about having a place ready for us there, didn't she? Come on, let's go!
What is this team comp? I don't remember playing this team comp. Oh, apparently there were bugs. Because of course there were bugs. Got new banners. Well, since the threat of death is coming, as much as I'd love to pull for Nuvalet, we're going to go for the meme. I skipped Hu Tao's banner in the past, we're not going to skip it this time. And epitomize path. There we go. Ooh, said I think we have a decent amount of standard pulls too. Yeah, like 49 standard pulls. Gotta skip this stupid cutscene again. There was a glorious kingdom. Yada yada yada. There's 10 of these now. Okay.
In adventuring, as in business.
Now, if I remember correctly, right over here is the world quest we're going to start. And I guess the main Archon quests are in the game now, but we're going to tackle those on a later date. Maybe next week or the week after. Ideally next week. I'm going to shoot for Monday afternoon next week, and we'll slog in a whole... Monday or Tuesday afternoon next week, we'll slog in a whole 4 or 5 hours straight into those quests. Because I got a feeling they're going to be some lengthy ones. Uh-huh. 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 To the stars shining in the depths. Act 3. I guess they added new quests in here. In Chapter 1. That I forgot about. Did they add any more? No? I guess this booklet's complete. And then I still have to do all this. Okay. Where was I? So, a tea party most thorny. That's what we're gonna do maybe next stream. If we don't finish this world quest this time. Now, if I remember correctly, when I was here last, there was something over here I saw that looked like the start of a world quest. Ah, there it is. Tiny little oceanid. Ah, you there. You look most reliable. Good knight. Please help us. How do you know I'm a knight? We certainly do look reliable enough. What happened? The evil minions of the fell dragon Narcissus have surrounded the Petite Chow. We must help her. The Petite Chow? Narcissus? That's the guy that couldn't stop looking at his reflection in Greek mythology, right? Narcissus? Yeah, forget the names. Just lead the way. Thank you. My name is Anne. I'm a member of the Nazissenkreuz Adventure team. Please come with me. That's what the robot dog's looking for. The Nazissenkreuz Adventure. What is the Nazissenkreuz Adventure team, anyway? Well, after the Nazissenkreuz kingdom was conquered by Narcissus the Fell Dragon, we banded together to rescue Princess Lyris and reclaim the realm. That's a basic answer, anyway. That doesn't sound basic at all. How about later? We got people to save first. That's right, come with me, this way. Probably want to dodge those. There we go. Sonic acquired. Is this the place that we got blast through on that other world quest? I did not mean to pick that up. Can I light fires underwater? Petite Chow. Get away from me. Is that Petite Chow you were referring to, Anne? That's right, please help her. Evil fingers. Mwahaha. Have you now, Petite Chow? The Narcissenkreuz Adventure team? What's with the names? If you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna get serious.
Don't blink! Hey!
Ah, curse that despicable adventure team. And help. Alright. What's a water droplet?
Incoming!
An evil water.
Speed of light.
Alright, that was easy. Ah, I'm saved. Wait, so Petite Chow is a finch? Petite Chow is Petite Chow. Regardless, it's good that you're well, Petite Chow. Now let me introduce these two. I haven't asked for your names. I am a knight who looks most reliable. Dan's the name. Are you seriously still hung up about that? He's Dan and Paimon's Paimon. Thank you, Knight Dan and Squire Paimon. Squire? I think that's a great title for you, Paimon. Certainly better than the sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon. In my opinion. Squire Paimon, attend to my weapon. Squire Paimon, my shoulders ache. He's not my squire, we're companions. And don't you get that twisted, although I have indeed considered getting a squire in the past. Do you really want one? Seems like this journey has been pretty rough on you, huh? I need someone to carry all the dull blades I keep picking up. Like, what am I supposed to do with all these dull blades? I see, I see. My apologies, Paimon. I am Petit Chow, a member of the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team. If not for your help, I might have... Well, Narcissus has girded his subordinates with the aegis of 4 orphans, so our powers are unable to overcome them. That's how it is. But with you and your companion at our side, we have nothing to fear. The princess will be pleased. Okay, let's just... I'm with Paimon on this one. Give me a minute. I gotta keep track of all this. So what's this adventure team of yours, and why are you going on with this Narcissus? Well, this is how things went. A long, long time ago, there was this kingdom of unparalleled gladness. The children of the Princess Lyris lived happily together there. But later, the kingdom fell to the predations of Narcissus, a fell dragon who had designs on the princess and her treasures. Princess Lyris hid herself away in a high tower and entered a deep slumber. That is why we now name the kingdom Anaposis. Anaposis? Narcissus filled Anaposis with bitter waters. That which we defeated was an evil being born from those waters, an entity that opposes the Reconquista. What is with all these fucking names? This time we attempted to infiltrate this place and rescue the princess while the dragon was absent. However, we ran into a great many foes and ultimately we failed. But now that we have you and Paimon on our side, we have nothing to fear. Moreover, we have a princess, a kingdom, and a wicked dragon. Tradition and the stories dictate that we must also have a knight. Yes, a mighty and rigorous knight like you, Dan. Stories? Tradition? Well, I have defeated a dragon in the past. Paimon's not sure what you're going on about, but if it's dragons you want, Dan has beaten them before. Really? You have? That did happen. More than once, in fact. Yeah, that's right. We had to fight the weird worm thingy inside of Apep. Does that count? Is there another dragon I'm forgetting about? I know that we fought Dvalin. But who's the multiple times? I guess we're counting the inside of Apep. Really? You're so strong. It's our greatest fortune to have met you, good knight Dan. It seems that the time has come for the last Reconquista. The Nazissenkreuz Adventure team shall reclaim the realm and rescue Princess Lyris. Come, Petit Chow. Let us do as we planned and get rid of the foul water. Wasn't the robot supposed to protect someone named Anne, too? The robot dog? I'll do my best. Alright. Now what? Oh, I didn't expect a cutscene. Interesting. Ugh, all this water is some kind of oceanid magic. The defensive power has weakened. There will also be obstacles for us to fight from here on out. This is so tiring. Let's go help my brother Al. Your brother? Is he another character? Well, Petit Chow and I can't be the only members of the team. We don't quite think that highly of ourselves. We certainly aren't strong as you and Paimon. Ooh, they're weaker than Paimon? That's scary. They definitely need our help. Al covered our escape when we retreated. Now Narcissus' power is waning. Let's go help him. Well then, let's go. The Narzissenkreuz Adventure. This water bubble is such a bother. Need to proceed carefully. Oh, what happened? What is this thing? Narcissus' evil bubble formations. A defensive dice that lock on and fire mist bubbles at those brave enough to enter the targeting range. Use condensed water planks and terrain to approach. Extract the hydrogram that follows it to operate. The what now? Oh, that's what's... that thing. Some of you working at night, Dan, fight and beseech their aid. What was that again? Paimon goes, we destroyed something in the temples to decrease the dragon's power. Oh yeah, that's the weird crystal thingies. Ow. There were 4 temples, 4 winds, or just 1? There's 3 temples of the 4 winds. There were 3. Why were there only 3? Because of the rule of 3, Paimon. That's right, why 3? Must have been Rio, and Paimon just doesn't remember it. This makes sense. Trivial details are brilliant in knight's deeds. Surrender now. You've been surrounded. You got this, Al. We're here to help.
Incoming. Nowhere to hide.
I upgraded Kaching's talents and sword, so she hits a little harder now.
Don't blink.
Like about 1,000 or so.
Don't be scared. Speed of light. Incoming.
There we go, Hyper Bloom. I was so worried. My dear Petit Chow, and you too, Anne. We meet again at last in those darkest of days. I thought of you and drew strength and fight among those thoughts. Thank you, noble warriors. You've come forth to uphold the cause of justice. Why I had my arms as slender as yours, I would tip my hat in your honor. A duck wearing a hat. That is something I would like to see. There is no need to be so prim and proper. Oh, that was Paimon. But why is a finch older than a duck? Older brother a duck? I don't think that's important, Paimon. They're made out of water. Why a duck, you ask? Are such definitions important? I have a supple body, an iron will, and webbed feet, with which to tread water. Of these I am proud, and that is enough. And Petit Chow is Petit Chow. The sphere is the shape closest to perfection, and is the most complicated of all shapes. I am most proud of my sister. Seriously, brother? What are you talking about? What is Al talking about? We shouldn't dwell too much on the details. I don't know, it's probably not important. We members of the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team are disparate? Is that supposed to be desperate? Disparate indeed, but we have one goal. We shall save Princess Lyris, and we will defeat the fell dragon Narcissus. Well said. The person I am now knows only the one who stands before me as a noble, valiant knight who possesses an iron will needed to defeat Narcissus. That is enough for me. Usually the mightier the will, the larger the form needed for it to be its vessel. As it is in the case of Narcissus. This knight's stature is much like mine, and yet... seriously, the first and last thing Paimon understood there was Narcissus. You're always going on about Narcissus this and Narcissus that. But what is it exactly? Look up above, Princess Lyris' tower. That is Narcissus. Huh, that wasn't there before the water rose. Isn't that just an oceanid? Good golly gosh, it's the fell dragon Narcissus. Wait a minute. That's an oceanid no matter how you look at it, not a dragon. But that is the fell dragon Narcissus. The dragon who invaded the Nazissenkreuz kingdom. And its wings are very huge and frightening. But it's an oceanid, isn't it? Well, Dan and Paimon, you have seen much. What then should a dragon look like? Well, if you're talking about dragons we fought before, they'd be... like Mondstadt's Dvalent. Oh yeah, Ajdaha. That's the one I was forgetting. I keep forgetting that that's a dragon, technically. Mondstadt's Dvalent. Liyue's Ajdaha. Ajdaha. However you pronounce that. Sumeru's Apep. When I think dragon, personally, the Apep is the one I think of. A being whose true form cannot be grasped by humanity, and who can summon all manner of servants. It does sound quite like Narcissus. Inscrutable master of many servants. That must have been a grueling battle. Very impressive. No, we've definitely met other dragons before. Like Mondstadt's Dvalin. Dvalin's a whole different story from Ocean. It's Dvalin's super blue. Paimon, you're doing a terrible job here. His wings are huge and he can fly. That's exactly like the Fell Dragon. No, we definitely met other dragons before. Liyue's Ashtaha, who became the embodiment of primal energies and Liyue's enemy? I see, so it was a being as evil as Narcissus then. No, not at all. How are they different? Narcissus represents the primordial regression and aggregation of its foe. Well, but Ashtaha is from Liyue. That's a huge difference, right? Paimon's starting to get confused about what counts as a dragon. I'm confused as well. I never understood that in the first place. Categories are just social construct. There's no objective meaning. Come on. That can't be right. I guess there's a taxonomical difference, but that's really nitpicking at this point. We should be able to communicate and understand this world otherwise. I agree with the knight here. Our categories should not define our essence. Our purpose defines our essence. At this time, we are the heroes challenging the wicked dragon, and he is the wicked dragon. This is sufficient. This must be what Al means when he says a rose by any other name would just be as sweet. That is precisely the case, dear Petit Chow. Were you not called Petit Chow, you would still be my dearest younger sister. So long as that's the tower your princess sleeps in, the one lurking atop the tower is the fell dragon Narcissus, is that right? No fear. As we stated previously, he is not here now, which is why we were able to win our way to here so easily. That up there is the dragon's hatred made manifest. That's so complicated. Can't it be an ordinary statue? Like, Narcissus commanding his underlings to make an image of him on the highest tower so as to show off his greatness and force all the people in the land to look up upon him or something? Well, you actually make a reasonable point. But if that was the case, then we should still have been able to see it even before Petit Chow made the foul water disappear, right? But instead, Narcissus' evil has melded with the waters, which is why the wicked intent crystallized into the image once the waters were drained. Is that seriously how it happened? The fell dragon is truly terrifying. My talons hurt just looking at him. Well, we have our knight. So, Dan, we should be fine even if he is present, right? It'd be best if he wasn't home all the same. It's just a little dragon. Humility becoming a knight indeed. Let's move on then. With you by our side, we have nothing to fear.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
I can hear you, Paimon. Okay, now I can actually hear things in the game. Okay. Conches. I don't know what this is, but I'm assuming I shouldn't be touching it.
That's everything. On to the next.
Alright. Jack? Oh, there's a frog here now. Thank goodness you're safe. As I thought. You were the ones who emptied the water out. Excellent. Excellent. If I had hands like yours and yellow and white ones, I would be applauding already. Dear friend, please show some respect. Petit Chow is doing her best. You are right, I suppose. She has done nothing wrong, ultimately. Forget it. The yellow and white ones here. Who are they? Yellow and white, you mean us? And who else would I mean? Does Petit Chow look yellower than you? Or does An? Hey, you blue frog. Alright. Paimon, please don't be angry. Jack, this is Knight Dan and Paimon. A knight, you say? Then suppose this Paimon is a squire? We've been through this already. No, come on. Why does everyone call Paimon that? Paimon is no squire. Paimon is a bard whose task is to record my adventures. Paimon is my companion. I don't think Paimon's going to write anything down. Let's see, then you are some minor feudal warrior. Not in the usual sense, anyway. Are you then some honorary knight? One with the title that comes with little benefit? Oof. Ooh, he called us out. Well, Dan is an honorary knight, but he got it in Mondstadt for heroically doing battle with Stormstarer. Ah, then you are a dutiful, capable warrior. Very good. In that case, welcome to the orchestra. The orchestra. Welcome to Orchestra Drac. What? An orchestra? An orchestra. I don't know much about music. Wonderful. I'm a master musician. An orchestra? Is that some kind of musical troupe? The name is merely an analogy. For we weave resistance like an orchestra in our struggle against Narcissus. We seek to rescue Miss Lyris. Don't you mean Princess Lyris? That's right. Isn't Lyris a princess? Well, both terms refer to the same person, but leaving that aside, we should... Listen well. The title princess is rigid, hierarchical term of address, a product of an oppressive system. It was title whose merit is birth, not labor or wisdom. I think I like Jack. I'm starting to like Jack. Here we go again. If the universe was a more rational one, there would be no gods, no kings, and certainly no princesses. Nor would there be mystical powers that only a few may wield. Do you follow me thus far? There will always be those who desire special privileges. Didn't you put your name on the organization as well? This rabbit hole's not for me. It is for me, though. Go on. Oh, I want Jack to ramble on about this for a little bit longer. Oh, there will always be those who desire special privileges. It is a deplorable state of affairs. I'm following you. This sounds really deep, but Paimon is very confused. But not doing anything all day while being able to enjoy delicious sweet madams is pretty nice. Is there anything wrong with that? See, if there were some who reap the benefits despite doing no labor, then there must be some who shall have to do more to compensate. Like me. Paimon lacks strength for labor. Thus such compensation is my obligation. It would indeed seem so. Your line of thinking is fair and reasonable. Thanks a lot? Wait, Paimon does work on her own way, doesn't she? This has been a very interesting conversation, but please allow me to interject, dear Jack. Good night. May we now begin discussing the next course of action in rescuing Princess Lyris? Silencing voices. Don't want to hear. I see. Oh, Dan, come see the repression inherent by the system. Help, help, Al is repressing me. Jack, you... Al isn't doing that. He's a good person. He wouldn't bully you. Dear sister, please do not lose your temper over this. If you have more to say, Jack, why don't we find a corner and settle this like gentlemen? Can I trouble you all to stop for a second? I've heard enough. See you around. Stop. God, Aether like gives up so quickly sometimes. Stop squabbling. We all have the same goal. Please, everyone, aren't we comrades? We've all gathered to rescue Miss Lyris. After all. This is so weird. I did not expect when I turned the camera on today to have a discussion about hierarchical structures and the division of labor. This is not what I signed up for. but I'm all for it. We count as such, I suppose. We shall cooperate, even though I find my goal create a more beautiful world than this for Miss Iris. Let us shake hands then, comrades. You don't have hands. You have wings. I have web feet. If you think these apt replacements for hands, then we shall do so, comrade. They all shake hands awkwardly. If nothing else, they extend their wing and web foot and tap them together. Please get along with him, Al. Of course, dear sister, do not worry. We are united in one cause. Alright. Now that that problem is solved, problem, but is a manifestation of a deeper issue. Jack, please. Let him cook. Okay, so what do we do next, Dan? Alright, I almost forgot. We're here to save the princess. I was starting to think that I brought such capable help along, just to let them listen to two boys squabble. As for the situation, I'll ask Al and Jack to explain. I need a moment to cool off. Anne's having a tough time too, huh? I'm worried about that one. Pretty difficult yourself. He wasn't always like this. He once had a really good heart and loved to cry. He would take care of the younger children, but one day he said he would never cry again, and later still he changed. This might be due to Renee. If your Renee has changed you, who's Renee? Sorry, where was I? Right. Our course of action, you should go talk to Jack and the others. He and Al might have argue a lot, but they're actually good friends. Okay. Where'd they go? Oh, they're over here. There's just fish lying on the ground. I guess all the fish died when they drained the water out of here. Jack, you... Paimon, don't. Knock it off or we're going to start all this all over again. Is there anything I need to do? Allow me to speak first then, honored knight and Paimon. Concerning the tower before us, Narcissus has been unable to overcome it. As such, the princess is still safe. At that time, when all seemed lost, the princess gave her greatest treasure to us. And that was the time that belonged to her. She gave you her what now? Time, you say. After she lost that time, the princess and the tower she dwells in both fell into a stagnant, dreamless slumber. In remembrance of her, we named our fallen realm Anapausis. And what does that mean? Because it has completely stagnated, Narcissus has also been unable to taint anything within. That's more or less our situation. What do you mean, more or less our situation? Firstly, how could someone give someone else their time? But it's true. Princess Thyrus did share her time with us. Narcissus would constantly plot to invade, but with the time she gave us, we became far stronger. For example, my brother Al can usually only defeat one foe at a time. But with more time, he can vanquish 4 or even 5 in one go. A most vivid example. Thank you for your explanation, dear Petit Chow. Well, I hope you understand now, Paimon. No, not at all. Yeah, I kind of get it. I'm assuming time is like a metaphor for lifespan or power or strength. What did you even understand? There's too much oddity at play here. Let's just leave this aside for now. Alright. Paimon totally gets you. Narcissus has spent long years since searching for Princess's treasure. Only its power can cause time in the tower to flow again. And only then will its locked gates open. Thus he summoned waters brimming with the wicked intent to drown the kingdom. And created underlings, unnumbered, and many magical devices inside. Besides, all of this was done to hunt the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team. And seize the treasure that should have been in our hands. Wait, should have? Before we had an older brother. Nay, in those terrifying days he took the treasure and fled alongside us, but he dissolved into the waters while covering us. I miss him so much. We were very good friends. I hate dragons. I hate the dragon. Though I know that these feelings are not good, but I miss Nay. He was like a real brother, just like Al. We're sorry for your loss. But if that's the case, how are we supposed to save Princess Lyris? The treasure has sealed the tower, and can only be opened again by said treasure. Well then, how do I put this? While they were consolidating our rear lines, we of Orchestra Jack have obtained some key intelligence that has allowed us to ascertain the treasure's location. Really? You have? Of course. It's right over there. Oh, I think I see it. Huh? In the sky? As in the water in the sky? Before Nate dissolved, he used the last of his strength to purify a patch of water in the firmament. Oh god, there's that word again. Firmament. It was there that he hid the treasure. What an irony. It seems that Narcissus has gotten too used to looking down upon the citizenry below, and has not been in the habit of looking up. And there the treasure has been hiding all along. That's how narcissistic. He's only looking down, never look up. Or this might just be a meta commentary on Windtrace. People don't look up. Gamers don't look up. I see. Well, it does sound like something Nay would come up with. So how do we get up there, though? Could Petit Chow and Al take us up there? A very imaginative idea, but unfortunately impractical. If we go up there, we should find a small fountain full of magic. Options may open us up should we reach it. Feeling better, Anne? Thank you, Paimon, but you need not worry. We must destroy the bauble formations set up by Narcissus before we head up. What are those exactly? They are underhanded contraptions powered by Hydrogana that can bombard intruders from great distance. Perhaps you might have already seen one on the way here. Anne speaks true. The road ahead will be vastly more perilous if we do not destroy those formations. Kate should have been in charge of eliminating them before we attacked, but it seems that he might have been smashed in sea foam already. Don't say that. We should be hoping that he made it. He is our comrade in the end, isn't he? In that case, our next task is the destruction of the bubble formations. After that, let's go to the small fountain and see what we can find there. Leave it to Dan. From what Petit Chow and Al said, it seems like this will be only his attacks will work. Oh? Paimon didn't mean that to put you down. You guys have been fighting Narcissus trying to save Princess Lyris for so long. But let's leave this a bit to Dan, alright? See it as a knight doing their duty. You have my thanks. Alright, in that case, lead the way. Okay, so we gotta destroy all three of these. How do I destroy them? Oh shit. I was not expecting that. I would have to press a button. Oh shit.
Don't blink! Hey! Yeah! Cut to the chase!
Steady as stone. Time to clean up.
Villain. Royal Blade of Narcissus.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Brought Kaya. Kaya hits hard.
Freeze!
I just figured he'd be really useful.
This moment
This
will be
cryo was
frozen
really
in
good in the
time.
water. Defeating me is no great victory. The weakest... Oh my god. I can't read that.
Dodge this. What's the hurry? How fortunate.
Okay.
Freeze. Cool it.
Don't panic. It's a small fry. Just got lucky. That's all. Evil Fang, one of the 3 royal blades.
Freeze.
Speed of light. Yeah.
I kind of hope I get... Maybe I should be pulling on standard banner to get some more... To hopefully get some of the
Sword
things
comes
about
shadow.
blades. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a Dia.
Don't blink.
Leader of the 3 royal blades spread over there, waiting for your arrival. Oh, that's annoying.
Incoming.
Cool it.
To arms! Don't let them get any further. Royal blade of Narcissus. Where? Oh, there they are.
Speed of light. Good. Yeah. Ha. Ha. Hit. Good.
Actually, let's just do this.
You're up. Incoming. Ha. Ha. Hit. Ha. Cut to the chase. Don't blink. Ah.
Guess we won't be worrying about this mysterious bubble cannon anymore. Well done, soldiers. Assemble! Where's that voice coming from? Do soldiers refer to us? Wonderful. It seems Colonel Kate is still here. Let's go meet up with him. It's a squirrel. How did I know? Anyhow. Because it's the only other oceanid mimic thing that we haven't fought yet. I guess there's a crane still. We could run into a crane. And you look well. That is good. These two are reinforcements, then? Yes, they are. The Colonel Squirrel. Halt, I do not wish to know soldiers' names. Amidst cruel battle, anyone can be turned into a ruptured bubble and scattered to foam at any time. Knowing names of troops will only cast a shadow upon the final victory. Oof. It's dark. I just need to know one thing. Are there reinforcements you sought? Yes, but... Very good. Fresh hands will help us continue our suppression of the 2 remaining bubble formations. About that bubble formation. Next time, soldier, you will give your report first before asking questions. Yes, the formations are places of unparalleled peril, not to mention 3 mighty subordinates of Narcissus has placed within them. Well, about that, we actually cleared all the formations. What? Why didn't you say so earlier? We've been trying to tell you. You haven't been listening. Well then, it's good to see that everyone is well. And so who are these people again? Dan, reporting in. I'm Dan, and this is Paimon. Dan and Paimon, pleased to make your acquaintance. It's a pleasure to have new blood like you in Kate's resistance front. Let us fight for Princess Lyris and the Reconquista. Kate's resistance front, huh? You guys are the same thing as Narzissenkreuz Adventure team. May think we are now the same thing. How should I put it? Indeed, we have the same objective plan of action. It is only because I have more combat experience that I am a colonel with my own force. Where's the rest of your team? Aren't you the same as Orchestra Jack? What? We are as different as night and day. Why, that Jack, one day, people like him will warp the very essence of our resistance movement. So we have the far left and the far right working together. How unrealistic. Isn't Orchestra Jack's goal to defeat Narcissus and save Princess Lyris? Sorry, Miss Lyris? Aren't your goals the same? Aye. And there's the rub. He does not recognize her as a rightful princess. He is simply but a problem waiting to happen. Today he refuses to recognize her. What will he do tomorrow? Lead his orchestra to overturn the kingdom? Dan, what do we do? Jack does seem like the sort of guy who might do that. That's an internal issue. We'll put a pin in that first. That's an internal issue. Put a pin in that first. Alright. Our goals are aligned. We're all doing this for Princess Lyris and the Reconquista. It seems that the Nazissenkreuz kingdom situation is kind of complicated. Wait, what about your team? We charged bravely into the bubble formation. Yes, so where's your team? We charged bravely into the bubble formation, and for the rest, please do not ask. Looks like Colonel Kate's got problems too. Well, he is up against immense firepower, or should I say water power. So what's next for you? I plan on going behind enemy lines to see what can be done there. After all, it should be quite easy to go up there now that the bubble formation has been broken. I mean, I can't lose some new recruit, can I? There's no shame in losing to me. It's not a competition. Regardless, I shall return when the sun sinks into the sea. Victory is at hand. Let us meet again before the high tower. Bye, Kate. Wait, there's neither sun nor sea here. Since bubble formations are gone, let's head to the little fountain, just over there. It's a big bubble. Oh! There's a boar. I forgot about the boars. Hello. Moreno. Woof woof, bad people. Oh. Why is he attacking us? Mori, don't. Use force to clear up any misunderstandings.
Don't be scared. Ready, go!
Hey!
Oh, so sorry.
Speed of light.
Silly dog. Mori bad. They're good people. Woof. Understood. Give paw. You really are a dog. It's a slippery experience shaking hands. As one might expect as a dog made out of water. I guess they didn't want to make a dog water model for the Oceanid water models. Great. Now we're all introduced. Don't attack them, okay, Mori? Ah, so you're a dog. That makes much more sense. Does it? Does it really? How does Mori resemble a dog at all? Didn't Al say that? What, don't go believe in that all-purpose defines essence nonsense. Even if you do, Paimon won't. That's what Mori is, though. A silly dog. I feel like we just walked into a play and just have joined the troupe. Maybe it is Orchestra Jack, after all. Oh, whatever. If an Oceanid can be an evil dragon, then a forest boar can be a dog. Alright, alright. I am a silly dog, yes, woof. And you've been a good boy, haven't you, guarding this place? So Mori is a member of your team? No, I mean Mori is a dog. But a duck, a frog, a finch, and a squirrel can join, so why can't a dog? Mori is Mori. Must protect the princess. Long, long time ago, Mori played here with the princess. Al, Petit Joe, Nay, Jack. But the air and water were filled with the scent of evil, and everyone left. Only Princess remains, so I protect her. So that's Princess Lyris? Right, it was mentioned earlier that the princess lost her treasure, which is why everything stagnated. So this is where it was? Isn't the princess in the tower, though? That's right. This is only a statue of her. Seriously? Another looks like it, but not really? Woof woof, not the princess? Nope, Princess Lyris is in her tower. There are two princesses? No, silly. This one's not real. Woof woof, not the princess? Well, try giving it a sniff. Not princess. Told you so. I'm surrounded by idiots. Well, it's an understandable mistake. In this anapasis, a boar being a dog and an Oceanid is an evil dragon, and the evil dragon turned out to be a statue. And the duck and the finch are siblings, and a squirrel is a colonel. That question requires context. I don't really participate in the waifu wars. Paimon can feel her sense of what's real and not slipping away the longer we stay here. Well, let's not sweat the small stuff. Okay, Mori, be a good doggy and descend the tower. Then we'll meet up with everyone. Okay, what about you, Anne? Man, I'm gonna go with Dan. Probably want to reclaim the princess's treasure. Right, I forgot we were looking for treasure. I kind of got distracted by the fucking water turret thing. Alright, so what do we do now? Use the bubbles. The princess would make these back when she would play with us, and they would fly very high up indeed. We would fly around in those bubbles, touring the realm. Sounds quite exciting. Sounds like the tricks those Hydro Abyss mages pull. Hey, don't say that about the princess's magic. Whatever the case, we just need to sit in a bubble and take it up there? That's right. In the meantime, I'll do my best to control the bubble's direction. Alright, that's one quest down. The story of the princess and the adventure team.
You give, you receive.
What are these? Why am I able to claim it? Obtain 4 commissions, daily receive bonus rewards. Huh. I don't know what that's all about. Oh yeah, the bench. Alright. Next quest is, yeah, Story of the Princess and the Adventure Team. Alright. Bubble. Kingdom sure looks deserted from up here. Oh, that's how you get the Hydroculus. It's ruled by Narcissus for many years, and he's just the worst. His underlings steal snacks from children, burst balloons, and scream of shout all the time. It's not what Paimon was expecting. You mean that bad people aren't just like that? Well, if they were, the world would be a much better place. Weren't we just flying up into the sky in a bubble? Yes, we were. Which means we're back into underwater, because I forgot that all of this was underwater. We kept going up and up and up, and we crashed headfirst into the water, right? Yes, is there something wrong? There's so much wrong with this that Paimon doesn't even know where to start. Perhaps this is just one of those kingdom's magical aspects. No one wishes to have their soul weighed down by gravity. You know what? Paimon's not just gonna ask. The princess's treasure should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, I can see it. There it is, protected by a 3-layer seal. Oh, you mean that? Paimon... While that outer bubble is pretty big, the treasure seems to be a really, really small chest. Looks like there are some threads flowing from the water connected to the big bubble. The bubble formation here will not attack us. In that case, let's use it to break the seals. We just need to guide projectiles into the bubble rings connected to the flowing water, and that should transfer the force of the projectile through the water to the seals. Those bubbles are pretty scary. 1, 2, 3. Looks like there are 3 strands of water. Once we deal with them, the treasure should be ours. Oh, great. It's the rule of 3s again. That's right. It's in your hands. Bubble formation. It's not evil this time. This mist bubble's slower than we expected. Something blocking the mist bubble. Uh-huh. There's an invisible wall here. Did that get rid of the invisible wall? I think it did. So now how do I turn off this wall? Ah, I see. Aha! Paimon's suddenly afraid of heights. Two down, 1 to go. Only 1 left. Why do we have to do everything 3 times? Because the rule of 3. It's an ancient principle, so it must be right. Just have to handle the final ring. Oh, there's a wall. There's got to be a better way to fight this. Can you die, please? As expected. Next, you just gotta get the treasure. That was kind of easy. Underwater exploration is kind of on the babby side of difficulty. We finally found it. The most precious of treasures. It looks like a pocket watch. Seems like it's not moving anymore. Well, it's been in the water all this time, so it should be broken down a long time. Oh, she gave them time. She gave them a pocket watch. This is full of Princess Lyris's precious time. Let's go back to the tower and meet up with our friends. Break the tower seal. So we just go down, right? Oh, there we go. You're back. Colonel Kate and Mori linked up with us while you were out. Well, we're back with the princess's treasure. Well done, soldier. You made a fine contribution to the resistance front. Is very proud of you. Kate, now isn't the time. That's your best. Colonel Dan is a contact of the orchestra. Non-cannon fodder from some no-name army. Ha! Your orchestra couldn't hold a Dan, not unless you wanted to name it after him instead. And what of your rank? You may as well give it to Dan, no? Soldiers bleed while commanders steal the glory. This is quite ordinary, but you're special. A colonel who only does nothing, but even lets his troops take credit for victory? While you were whiling your time away here, I was taking out the bubble formations in the water above. If not for that, they would not have gained the treasure so easily. Stop fighting over me, please. Aether just pieces them out again. Let's get this straight first. I didn't join any of you. Stop fighting over me. Ah, you sound like a female protagonist in a novel. Thanks, Paimon. Well, how do I put this? Let's call the organizations Colonel Paimon's Resistance Front and Orchestra Paimon. Oh, that shut both of them up. That's it. I'm done. Mori, get him. Woof woof, bad person. Mori Palace Jack over. Kate laughs at him, only to be knocked over by Mori. The altercation is eventually calmed down as Alan Pettit shows mediation. Honestly, Mori's really reliable at times like this, huh? Let's get to business, shall we? That's right. We'll get nowhere if we keep arguing. The more we go nowhere, the more we're gonna argue. You're both right. Let's have a speech, Anne. You know, the rousing kind. Eh? I approve of Paimon's suggestion. It is not at such times adventure team's leader should step up to the plate. But I'm not good at speeches. And can you really call me a leader? As surely as I'm a colonel, I affirm that you would be the best officer of this adventure team. My views on the title of colonel aside, we are in accord. Communist Marxist frog was not on my agenda for the day. I don't know how much about our leaders or glory or whatever, but if not for you, and if not for Dan, Paimon, whom you brought here, I don't know what would become of me. Knight Dan and Paimon, what do you say? This is what everyone wants. This is between... Well, in that case, what should a leader say at a time like this? Let Paimon think. Since we have Princess Lyris's treasure, next we need to enter the tower and rescue her, right? So you just need to encourage everyone and do just that before we start. Do you have any interest in being a leader? How about you? Hey, you can't do that. Why not? If you have the strength, we would have made it this far. We're just here to support you. I'm not going to overstep on what's been relaxing time so far. Wouldn't that make me the Grand Master of sorts? No, that's Gene. Anyway, we're just here to support you. Whatever the case, you can be the leader of this adventure team. That's what everyone wants, so stop trying to push it on someone else. We all support you. Alright, this leader business is not... used to be so much easier. Alright. Everyone's in formation. No matter what the name of our organization is, we're all part of the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team. We have a common goal, to rescue Princess Lyris. Miss Lyris. Or Miss Lyris. And we intend to save the Nazissenkreuz Kingdom. Republic. Thank you, Jack. I love this frog. Please continue, Anne. And restore the land and the waters to their original gleaming shimmer. Through the Reconquista, so that the sunflowers may once more flourish. Am I not right about that? That's right. It says everyone, even Jack. We've experienced many battles and partings, and during the long years of conflict, and many team members we once had are no longer with us. But I won't forget the times we spent together. We will always be friends. That's right. Even if I am our leader, I am everyone's friend first and foremost. The same goes for you, Colonel Kate. Jack. Don't forget your friendship over the differences in ideals and perspectives. Anne's being super mature right now, huh? Bravo. Applauds. Bravo! Come on, stop teasing me. With Night Dan and Paimon's aid, we finally able to obtain the princess's treasure. Time that was once frozen will flow again, and we will rescue her. For that, Dan and Paimon, I thank you. You will always be our friends. I believe that our princess would be glad to call you such. Okay, I'm done. Bravo. Just keep clapping. Alright, what do we do next? Well, now I think it's time to unleash the treasure's power on the stagnant tower. This way time should flow once more. Like this? Oh, that was easy. Where's my Staples Easy button? Whoa. My thing, Stan. Now. Unfortunately, I fear none of us know what will happen next. But since the Princess Tower has been unsealed, we should move as soon as we can, right? Right you are, Petit Chow. Let's go. What a ragtag bunch of miscreants. Oh no, we're locked in. Thanks to your help, the tower seals have been broken. Ah, great. The 4 divine swords are here.
Freeze!
That's right.
You, Blake, you're up!
Don't blink! Nowhere to hide.
Divine King of Narcissus.
Cool it! Ah!
Good. Yeah.
Ah!
Don't be scared!
Speed of light.
I wonder if our Yugoi isn't targeting it.
Don't blink. Hey! Cut to the chase. Speed of light. Good.
You have the upper hand with me. Oh, that's not good.
Don't blink.
Did he just get his health back?
Don't get frostbite.
Leave it all to me, as a dutiful maid would. Someone needs to cook.
This is really
Speed of
chaotic.
light.
Stay put!
Nowhere to hide.
I Can't see. Oh, I'm in a pillar.
Don't blink. Yeah.
Dodge this. Ah, ah.
I must leave no stone unturned.
The one with the blonde hair. Oh.
You, Blade, you're up!
Speed of light.
Stay put!
Incoming. With sword comes shadow.
Don't be scared!
Don't blink.
One down.
Speed of light.
Hyper Bloom for the win. Why do Narcissus' little minions all need so many titles? The more useless the person, the more hats they need. Actually, they are mighty warriors who have caused much harm during the previous engagements. If the battle seemed easy, it was due to your great might. Sorry, Night Dan, but our attacks can do nothing against these henchmen, so it's all up to you. Easy peasy. You know, where is Princess Lyris? It doesn't look like there's any path ahead. To be honest, I didn't think we'd get this far. Let's keep going up. How do we do that? Fill the room with water? You can fly up there, Paimon. Well, even if Paimon could do that, what would she do if she encountered Narcissus' minions? And even if all the kingdom's treasure were up there, I would only feel like we found them if you were there too. Go up, you say? I understand. We do, one and all, have certain amount of power. It is all magic given to us by the princess. Yes, we must do things with it. But if we do, we were all born from the same source. I do not see why you would be unable to understand and accept this. Has this not happened before? I know all this, in theory, but I just hate these things. I don't know why, I just do. Don't make such a face, Anne. We were born from the same waters. We are only this way because we are bound ourselves to different shapes, using films to keep the princess company. Coming together once again for her sake is not strange at all. Wait, what are y'all? They're going to sacrifice themselves to fill the room with water, Paimon. As long as we forsake our forms and join together, we can produce greater magic. This is the way. We can send you to the tower's apex. Wait, but if you do that, you need not worry, friend. We came from the same body of water, so giving up our forms is not the same as what you would call death. Pure waters can turn into creatures of all sorts. That's what the ocean at boss fight keeps telling me. Pure water can take any shape. As such, our changes do not only go one way. Even if we cannot adventure or fight alongside you, we can still progress together. Night Dan and Paimon, what do you say? This is not our decision to make. Only you can decide what your adventure team will do. This is your story. You're right, Dan, but give us our orders, ma'am. The tower seals have been broken, which means they can no longer hold Narcissus back. Every moment counts. Alright, I'm counting on you all. Orders received. Leave it to us. Go with Dan and Paimon, and make sure you save the princess. I leave Miss Lyris in your hands. I'm gonna miss Jack. In that case, dear Petit Chow, Mori, Colonel, Kate, Jack. Okay, bye-bye. Just like what happened at Mori's fountain. Our power is derived from the princess. If so resolved, we can manifest it once more. Pull yourself together, Anne. Let's go. Water is formless. comes from water will surely return to it. Once we rescue Princess Lyris, she will be able to bring them forth again. Huh. It's just a portal. But where does this one lead? I'm not sure either. To be honest, I have never considered what would happen after we entered the tower. Oh well, in that case, let's proceed with caution. With more proceeding or more caution? Come on, both! We should be careful. We're the only ones that the princess can rely on. Okay. We're doing a whole lot for this person we've never met.
Not bad, as far as
Nothing
treasure
wrong
is
with that.
concerned.
Whoa. Maybe a little warning next time? Oh, we're lagging. Oh. Just like in Destret's temples. Wait, weren't we here before? Paimon's kind of dizzy. There's so many books here. Is this a library? This library has existed since long, long before we arrived. Their contents seem to be ancient dramas. Children love to read books, but there is much they won't understand, so they will often ask adults to read the stories to them. In the books, where there is an evil dragon, there must be heroes who hunt the dragon. If there is a mage, there must be a wandering knight. The Reconquista must come to pass, and the princess must be saved. And of course, a chime will sound, and the tale of adventure will come to a halt. Yet it will not end. There will be another adventure, another, and another, and another, and one after that, until children grow up and leave this place. And? Huh? Sorry, I felt like memories and feelings suddenly flooded my mind. How strange. Well, as long as you're alright, Paimon thought that you might be bewitched by Narcissus' magic or something. That might actually be so. Well, what do we do next? I'm not sure either. Whatever the case, we have to look around. First off, there's a door over there, and it looks like there's no way through it. You two could just get across. Hey, you're Anne's knight right now, you know. This will all be put in zero. I think that even Ether could squeeze through the gaps in that door, to be honest. You just gotta go head first and, like, finagle your way in. That's right. This tile sticks out as a sore thumb. Might be some sort of path. Might be a trap. Paimon doesn't know either, but let's go all the same. Puzzle time! Alright. So that was Act 1. Act 2 is this. I think I'll start the chapter as entering the domain. Anne's story. Need to find a third one. Ah, there it is. That's, Fell Shielded Narcissus? Seems like some sort of seal. This is the center of the world. The castle where the dragon lurks. The tower that imprisons the princess. Sometimes it's the lost ancient city of Yith. Sometimes Arcadia. At times, even the golden Hyperborea. There are many untrodden realms that have been conquered here. Many heroes that have defeated evil dragons. This is a place that brims with magic, and I was never really able to understand it. Children should see, through a stone wall, the imaginary griffins that whirl freely in the distant cloud-filled skies. These 4 pools, in different adventure tales, 4 seas, sometimes the 4 cardinal realms of the world. I could not understand these things either, but to accompany the children on their adventures, I played all sorts of roles. Are these more of those suddenly emerging memories? Yes. Are you alright? I don't know. I feel very strange. These memories are so beautiful, but terrifying too. And look, there atop the small fountain, that's a holy blade of Narzissenkreuz. Is it really? Looks kind of cheap. Behold, Paimon, the holy blade. It is like that time with the sword of brilliant valor. Oh, okay. Paimon gets it. It's a tale behind the blade, or one's belief, that makes it a holy blade, right? With this sword in hand, Paimon bets the kids are sure felt like invincible heroes, ready to take those skies and do battle with their enemies. Appropriately shaped branches and dying poles could also, in the right tale, be the holy blade. But one day a certain woman brought several wooden swords for the children to play with, so that the drying poles would stop being used in fights. And who was that? I do not know. It must have been someone who once lived here. Yeah, it does seem like a kingdom was once a lively place with all sorts of people in it. When you think about it like that, the holy blade must have been very important. A normal sword can cleave flesh, but the holy blade can cleave spirit and will. As such, even the impervious dragons and formless illusions are no match for it. If the story of our adventure team is to reach its end, we will need that blade. It's really that powerful? Looks like a cheap wooden sword. Just take its holiness at face value. Sure, if you say so, but it doesn't look like we can reach it right now. Let's continue exploring. Maybe we'll find some way to break the magical bubble. Alright. Keep moving ahead. More sea creatures. It's creatures from the font right here. Nazissenkreuz Kingdom Zoo?
This moment will be frozen in time.
It's just ordinary wildlife.
You, Blade, you're up! Hey, go away!
Incoming.
Freeze! Ha! Ah! Dodge this!
Nowhere to hide.
Don't be scared!
Cool it!
Don't blink. That's everything. On to the next.
Bubble formation? Why would there be a bubble formation? Get behind a pillar quick. Got to it. Actually, why is there a bubble formation here too? This was meant to prevent invaders from kidnapping the princess. Yes, that is the case. Also, we ran into some enemies earlier. Didn't you say that the Princess Lyris gave you her treasure? The tower stagnated and even Narcissus could not enter? There's a lot of stuff here that doesn't make sense. What's going on? I don't know either. I never thought about what would happen after we entered the tower. Also, this place feels strange. I don't understand. I should never have been here before. But I find myself feeling many things. Do you not feel it? No. Paimon doesn't either. Well, do you know what this place is, Anne? This was an assembly hall of the Nazissenkreuz Institute. The children would study here, normally. I remember now. This was a lovely place. There was no sunlight, but it was always lively here. The children were of all different dimensions, some of them different as the two of you. But here they would study together, listen to tales of the Hydro Archon, and to tales of the older still. Dimensions. I mean that some children were very small and some were very large. Hey now, Paimon might be small, but she's got a big heart. Anyway, what about the princess? Was she a child too? Would the children hear her stories about her? I don't know. Huh. So why does Paimon get the feeling that the story started drifting away from the princess ever since we teleported here? No, this place must have something to do with her. We must be able to find her at the end of the road. She'll be happy to see us. Well, you're the local. Paimon trusts you. Continue on. Princess Lyris will be waiting for us at the end of the line. Sound of a bell. Does that mean the adventure's coming to a close? Princess Lyris is right up ahead. It sounded like a school ending bell.
Not bad, as far as
I
treasure
want to
is
see what's
concerned.
inside the chest, huh? Feather. Why would anyone put feathers in a treasure chest? We're back where we started. Paimon's dizzy. There's so many books here. Is this a library? Deja vu, perhaps? Huh, you know, Paimon thought she hadn't fully woken up yet, but haven't these things happened before? There'll be another adventure, and another, and another. So even though the princess is waiting for us at the end of the road, it's just a bunch of connected loops with no real end. On the other hand, we'll be able to leave as long as we find the end of the road. You have an idea, Dan? Let's go over and see what we know first, then. Have you noticed anything, Paimon? Why are you asking Paimon? Hold on a moment. The first paths have been connected, so such they form a ring, right? If that's the case, there'd be no getting out. Except that we were able to get on one of these paths, so there should be a way off then. There has to be a point from which we can break through. Next, we saw that the super powerful sword or something, yeah, the Holy Blaze of Nazissenkreuz, should be a key item in some way. And why do you think that? Well, it looks like a wooden sword, but it's inside a protective barrier. Would all that trouble be necessary if it wasn't important? So Paimon thinks we need to get that sword. Was there any other notable thing? Paimon can't think of anything at the moment. But that said, this tile stuck out as a sore thumb, doesn't it? Paimon just doesn't make that one up, by the way. When we passed by this way before, did it feel weird how the tile was not connected to the others? Or how is it different? It's an elevator. Could be a trap. That's what I was thinking as well. Good work, Paimon. Wait, why are you praising Paimon seriously all of a sudden? Paimon's not used to this. But you really do have an impressive mind, Paimon. As for me, my head's a mess. I can't get my thoughts straight. Don't beat yourself up too much. You're being assaulted by strange memories in this place. Anyway, let's think of how we can get out of this loop based on the stuff that we thought of earlier. So this takes us to the sword. Oh, we have the feather. Green feather accessory to break the seal. We finally gotten it. The Holy Blade of Nazissenkreuz. Wait, what's this? It's Jabberwock's Holy Sword. Two of these now.
Uglay, you're up!
Steady as stone. Time to clean up.
Nazissenkreuz Kingdom Zoo. Just ordinary wildlife. Dealt with plenty of these things, and so we're in a loop. Okay.
Dodge this!
Incoming! Hip, ha, yeah! Yeah!
Don't be scared.
Freeze! Don't get frostbite. Ha! Ha!
With sword comes shadow. Speed of light.
Dodge this!
Incoming. Don't blink. Hey!
Cool it!
Cut to the chase.
All right.
How fortunate.
Almost there. Back in the elevator. Sound of a bell again. That's the sound of a bell. Exactly like this from before. Paimon recalls there was a chest. Paimon's kind of dizzy. So many books here. Someone wants this tale of adventure to never end. What are you on about, Dan? You know what? Paimon thought that she hadn't fully woken up yet, but I haven't... Okay, yada yada. But the future of a story that constantly repeats will never come. Princess Lyris waits at the end of this path. Oh, Paimon knows last time we were here you said, on the other hand, we'll be able to leave as long as we find the end of the road, didn't you? There must be a way. Gotta use the sword. Keep moving ahead. There's 3 of these now. This is artificially lengthening this. Uh-huh. Three?
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
Leave it all to me.
Ordinary wildlife. Every time you blink, more of them show up.
Speed of light.
You, Blake, you're up. Ready, go!
Incoming. Yeah. Nowhere to hide.
Freeze!
Speed of light. Hey!
Dodge this!
Steady as stone. Incoming.
One down almost.
Don't be scared.
Leave it all to me, as a dutiful maid would.
Don't blink.
Where'd the third one go? Oh, there it is.
Freeze! Don't get frostbite.
Steady as stone.
Speed of light. Hey! Cut to the chase.
Dodge this!
Finally. That was kind of annoying.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
That's a little bit of a patience thinning right there. Teachings of justice. Strange. Time for the bell. Hear the sound of a bell. Paimon recalls there was a chest. Oh, going even further up. Kind of dizzy. So many books here. Someone wants this to never end. What do you want about? Keep moving forward. Yes. Into the path. On the other hand, we'll be able to leave as long as we find the road, right? Must be a way. Interesting. So there, somewhere new. Haven't gone this way yet. That's very missable. I'm not sure I would have noticed that. I might have actually missed that. That might have been able to go through there on the first way through. Obtain the holy blade of Did I just backtrack? I thought I already had the blade. the Holy Blade of Nazissenkreuz. Finally, the Holy Blade is ours. Doesn't look like much, but once its power is awakened, it'll become a destructive, invincible weapon. How is it, Dan? Can you feel its power? Oh, unlimited power! Comes not from this blade. What? Paimon, you had Paimon going there. Come to think of it, Anne, did you mention the Holy Blades originally have wooden sword kids played with? That's right, when young heroes from the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team would pick up the sword, they would be able to defeat the foes of their tale. Well, we'll just take this sword. Who knows, it might come in handy later on, and maybe we can take it as a souvenir. Wait, so the sword I got before was a fake? It was. Treasure, old pocket watch, Holy Sword of Nazissenkreuz, green feather accessory. Jabberwock's Holy Sword, a holy sword that bears a special meaning in a certain story. A holy sword that bears a special meaning in a certain story. It belongs to no one. So yeah, that was the key. You had to pay attention to the leveling. Looks like the path leads downward rather than forward. It's a really long descent. It's creepy. Don't worry, Ann. Dan's really reliable and good with Wind Glider, too. Paimon knows you're worried about what might come afterward, right? Well, don't be. Real adventure is only filled with challenges, but it's also unknowns. The most important thing is to come back from completing these challenges and unknowns in one piece, and gaining something in the end as well. You did say Princess Lyris would be just up ahead. True. I believe in you, Knight Dan and Paimon. You are wise and powerful. You are also kind people. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner! In that case, let's go. Ad Astra Abyssosque, as Catherine always says. Alright. That's not a good sign. Paimon feels like something should happen right about now. I feel uneasy too, and I've been frightened ever since we came down here. No need to worry. Dan will protect us no matter what, right? Of course I will. To believe the two of you, I just don't know what we will encounter later. We'll take anything as it comes. Still, it's best to be prepared, Dan. We might be in for a battle with Narcissus for all we know. Yeah, that definitely sounds right. Defeat the dragon. Uh-oh. They name it Narcissus.
Freeze! What's the hurry?
Don't blink! Speed of light!
Cool it!
You, Blade! You're up! Don't blink!
God, I love this fight music in Fontaine.
Don't be scared!
Dodge this!
Speed of light. Hey! Nowhere to hide. Incoming. Ah! Yeah! I must leave no stone un-
Freeze!
Don't blink.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Go get it, Gray! Stay put!
With sword comes shadow. Speed of light.
Dodge this!
Where are you hiding?
Freeze! Dodge this!
Gray! Here!
Don't blink.
Just gotta get those balloons off.
Nowhere to hide. Steady as stone, as a good knight should. Huh?
Come on.
Yep. Speed of light. Yeah.
There you are.
What's the cool it?
Incoming.
Use fitful rapids to raise yourself and avoid damage. What does that mean?
Don't blink. Hey. Got lucky that time. Yeah.
Stay put!
Incoming.
Kinda feel like I wish I had an archer.
Don't get frostbite.
With sword comes shadow.
Gray! You're up!
Speed of light.
Gotcha. So why did we meet Narcissus in here? According to what we said before, the tower has lost its time and is stagnated. As such, no one could open or enter it. But this space is not within the tower. We teleported to a different place from the tower. Huh, that's right. Paimon forgot that happened. But if that's the case... But how? No, that can't be true. The princess should be in the tower. I mean, that was the adventure team's only hope in this dark world. If she isn't, our adventures, their meaning... Al, Peticho, and the others. And... We did take out the biggest threat to the kingdom, didn't we? That's a good thing, right? Yes, you're right. Thank you. Thank you both. Anyway, the story's not over. Yep, look over there. There's a place we haven't been before. Maybe we'll find more clues there, huh?
That's everything. On to the next.
Looks like there's resources here. Stands to reason there's got to be some clues, right? Yeah, but who knows how long it'll take to look through it all. Rather aged notes. 1 serving of flour, 1 of sugar, melted butter, 2 eggs, a large amount of milk with which to make foam. Are you kidding me? What exactly is a large amount? Remember it well this time. 15 minutes, 180 degrees. Is not the same as 5 at 540. I think someone's trying to make a cake. Rather age certificate. The duty will be given to the Basil Elton, former naval commander. May her steely temper be itself tempered to the family she will establish with these children going forward. Kate? What's that idiot thinking? Well, whatever. Might as well have some fun in post-retirement.
What's the hurry?
Linking up with Ingold. Ingold! That was the guy that we met. Jacob Ingold. Guillotine and the rest of the old gang will go some way towards solving the dispersion problem. This situation is no place for personal feelings, but what a person can lack them completely. I can only hope that they aren't treating my dear old Spoznian too poorly, or let it rust in the harbor. And I hope my skills haven't rusted away either. I hope all goes well. I still want to watch the dough rise at the sounds play outside the window. I still want to watch them grow into fine adults. There's a drawing there. According to that ancient theater and the mysterious research hidden here, we believe that the documents and the folklore discovered within Petrichor, the research team from the Institutes of Natural Philosophy holds that. That's that place we explored. With the racist guy. Decided to incorporate the Institute for Raising Orphans and Children of Criminals into a public welfare system. Considering the ruins of a previous civilization upon which it is situated, it shall be named. The seat of the director was established in honor of the Hydro Archon's great virtue, and has been taken by the gentle-natured Oceanid. The title of vice director has to be taken up by one who displays an exceptional moral quality and ability. Doesn't seem like there's anything relevant. Let's look over there instead. Okay, now we get to read this. There's a book here, and a picture book, too. Suits you, Paimon. Well, that's because Paimon's unique sensibilities, you know. Picture books are just speak to her better. This book gives me a strange feeling. Let Paimon see. A long, long time ago, in a place far, far away, there was once a beautiful and kind princess named Lyris. And yep, she's our main character. I don't want this name. That's not what you said before. Do you want to read it too, Anne? In that case, Paimon's going to continue. Oh, come on. It's just a story. There's no need to be so fussy. Anyway, the protagonist needs an antagonist. An evil one at that. And our evil antagonist, well, that's the dragon Narcissus. So evil that so evil he is that the peace-loving people tremble at the sound of his name. Not that he cares about their feelings, though. He sowed destruction across the land with the searing flames spewed from his mouth. His great wings turned cities to dust, and burning breath reduced nations to ash. At last, only the princess's realm remained safe. But because the princess worked tirelessly to defend her realm, Narcissus's plot to destroy everything could not succeed. So in Narcissus' story, I'm the evil villain? This is kind of weird. This started like a storybook, but it also feels like it isn't. And you got a bigger brain here. You have a look. Read carefully. I feel like I've seen this image somewhere before. What's happening? Huh, what? What is this place? This is the real Anaposis. That ends Act 2. Huh. Paimon wants to say the book's contents were really weird, but it's really not much when compared to this, huh? The world should be like this, not how it is outside. Children should be able to play under the sun and the grass without fear of hindrance or harm. This place does feel pretty comfy, huh? Paimon feels way better than she did back when we were adventuring throughout the kingdom. There was no sunlight there at all. Is that how it is? One mystery follows another. Never mind that. This place is really nice. It's gotta be Princess Lyris's garden, right? Say, Aunt, when our adventures are over, why don't we find a place like this to live? We can eat tasty fruits and plants, sweet flowers, invite our friends over and guests, live together happily, wouldn't you say? Yeah, sure. Let's put a pin in that for now. That's true. We gotta help Anne find the princess first, right? Hide and seek. Hide and seek. Where did Mary and her friends go? That sounds like someone singing over there. Let's go have a look. Mary Ann. That's right. Mary Ann is who the dog robot was trying to protect. If she no longer dreams of you. There's a teleport waypoint somewhere. Hide and seek, where did Mary and her friends go? To the great sea without borders, to the palace, to the place from which all lives flow. Hey there! Oh, hi! I'm sorry, I was just preparing some tea and I didn't notice you. Come sit, snacks will be ready soon. I'm sorry, I was just preparing some tea. What? Oh, snacks. Yes, and ours are very good. But I must say this first. We can only start once the bell rings. It would be quite rude not to do otherwise. Where are you from, by the way? Why, you are a fascinating combination, aren't you? A handsome young man, a small little Oceanid, and your beautiful floating friend. Paimon's Paimon. He's Dan. Is it just Paimon, or does Anne look unhappy? She might have been reminded of something. Ah, and this Oceanid is our friend Anne. Oh my. A fine name indeed. In that case, please call me Mary Ann. Mary Ann. You know, Paimon's sure we've heard that name before. My, what a pleasant surprise. It's been a long time since I met someone from outside. Where are you from? We're from... Actually, Paimon's not sure either. We defeated a fellow dragon Narcissus, and then we ended up here somehow. The fellow dragon Narcissus, you say? That must have been a frightening foe. Did you think so? In a manner of speaking, I suppose. My, I've heard that Narcissus has hurt many, and turned many kingdoms to ash. Defeating him was such an impressive feat indeed. Oh, so you know about him too. Great. We're from the Narzissenkreuz kingdom, and we're looking for Princess Lyris. Do you know where we might find her? Princess Lyris, you say? I'm afraid I do not know. But she should be here. Is that the case, Anne? But I've lived here for a long, long time, and I've never seen any princess. Perhaps she might be somewhere else? Oh god, they're gonna princess in another castle us. Is that so? But before we came here, we read a book about that princess and how she's beautiful and kind and stuff. Afraid I'm unfamiliar with such a person. On the flip side, you look quite like a prince from a distant land. We get that a lot. I'm told that we look a lot like Deshret. Ignore the sister being the princess of the abyss. That's not important or relevant. Is that a bell? That's the signal for tea time. In the past, the children would throw down their wooden swords the moment they heard this bell, and then they would come to the hall and have snacks. They're not here now, but I think it's best to follow the rules all the same. They'd be quite disappointed otherwise. I suspect, well then, shall we? Don't mind if I do. Hooray! Snacks! You and Paimon enjoy snacks together. They look very beautiful, but are tasteless like pure water. It's all an illusion. We're in a dream, aren't we? How were they? Well, they were great, although Paimon couldn't really taste them. Are you on a low-sugar diet or something, Marianne? My apologies, Paimon. I made them as I remember them, so I'm not sure if they taste all that good. Now, don't worry about it. At least Paimon's full now. Well, in that case, let me take you all out on a stroll. So, Anne and Marianne. There's definitely a connection between the two. This is a flower garden that we've painstakingly taken care of. Lovely, isn't it? I heard Basil say that caring for children is like caring for a flower. You need good soil, sufficient sunlight, frequent watering, and you can't let them grow however they want. Sounds like this Basil is pretty smart. In fact, we must get rid of pests from time to time as well. Actually, Basil sounds pretty dangerous too. She's very capable indeed. Making snacks, caring for flowers, she can do it all. It would be nice if I could introduce you to her. I've been caring for the flowers here all this time, in the hopes that some friends might come in and I might show them how they've bloomed. And well, here you are. It's a shame that they aren't in bloom right now, though. Well, we just need to water them and they'll be fine. Hide and seek, hide and seek. Where did Mary and her friends go? To the halls of the sea-born foam to watch the... Okay. As the drops of water stain the garden black, the sunflowers spring from the earth and grow quickly and bloom. Aren't they beautiful? That was quick. Well, they've been waiting for friends to arrive after all, and with your arrival, they were so excited. All they needed was a little encouragement, a little rain to get them going. So that's how it is. Nature really is amazing, huh? I suspect this exceeds the realm of amazing. Do you like the man? They're very beautiful, like gleaming gold. I knew you would. I love them too, after all. You're from a very, very far away place, aren't you, Dan? What sort of flowers bloom there? Ah, the Intivats. Ah, those do sound like lovely flowers. I fear they'll be hard to find now. Ah, they're getting emotional. I told you not to bring up the sister. Anywho. Then let us speak of other flowers. I've always been in Fontaine, and I've never gone elsewhere. That said, a friend of mine has been to Sumeru. I heard from him that there are many flowers that can't be found here. Found there that can't be found here. And hell, there's flowers there that can't be found there anymore. Like Panisaras. Those that grow on cliffs, ones that open only at night, some even grow on cacti. Oh, and that's when he realized that there were no cacti in Fontaine, and had to give me a separate explanation. He always has the serious sort, and he was the smartest of us when we were young. Who were you talking about? Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Just a little too exciting for me, meeting new friends like this. Well then, Paimon, have you seen any special flowers? I'm guessing Basil is Jack. I'm guessing this is like a dream, and all of the people's memories form whatever this person is. Marianne? I don't know. That's my theory at this point. Monsters dandelions come to mind. Dandelions. Oh. Do you have their delightful seeds with you? We might. I think I do. Dandelions, bloom, bloom, bloom. Dandelion seeds can be found on Paimon. Marianne happily plants them in the soil. It's what sort of flower is a dandelion? Paimon thought you knew. Well, how should we put this? The dandelion flower is made of many tiny white flowers. And these white flowers have seeds on them. And when the wind blows, the tiny flowers will scatter with the wind and take root and sprout elsewhere, eventually making new flowers. Cool, huh? Wow, they really are. I didn't know such a flower existed. But I have heard about something similar. Oh, what sort of flower is that? It's not a flower, but it's a story about water. In a certain place where there's a peaceful body of water. Later, with the disturbance, there came ripples. Droplets appeared in the ripples. Droplets that had life in them. This life left the water and turned into different forms. But though they were all made of water, gulfs opened between them. Due to these differences, each drop of life was very weak, but each was beautiful in its own way. The dandelions you spoke of, Paimon, reminded me a lot of that story. A flower that was once united as one would be separated, would bloom, and each piece would become itself. But a single drop of water is weak, will dry up easily. Together they will be strong, and yet they will no longer be themselves. Is that how it is with dandelions too? Do you think that's a good thing? Paimon doesn't really get it. What do you think, Dan? They may be weak, but the distance is necessary. It might not be a bad thing for them to unite. People can unite yet maintain their personhood. Can they really? I think I understand where you're coming from. So what are you talking about? Sounds more like what happened to Al, Petit Cho, and the others. To help us, they melded into one, turning into that big bubble. Yes, I remember. Well, it might be meaningless to say this now. Let's have a walk again, shall we? I can take you to see our dog. You got a dog, Marianne? Yes, the silly dog has always accompanied me. Is it the robot dog? Paimon doesn't see it. It'll come when it's feeding time. Since you're my guest, please hang out. Feed the dog. Noble sir, it is an honor to receive food from you. A pleasure to see you again as well, Miss Marianne. Oh, you, good doggy. Good doggy? And how do you do, dear little miss? Thanks for being polite and all, but, Marianne, what's going on? I don't know, but this can't be Mori. He has always kept me company. Does this mean that we've been all wrong about what dogs really look like? Hard to say. I doubt it. Don't fuss over the details too much. Water can take any shape, and life can choose that form it must take. This, however, has nothing to do with its essence. That is a different matter. Didn't Al say something similarly weird? I've heard something similar said, that the body is a prison that restricts evolution. That person was once a child like all the others. We and many others heard him tell many stories about how all life was originally formless, like water, and how there were no barriers between souls, thus allowing them to compose an endless story. Many have forsaken their bodies, for if water can be withdrawn from blood, so too can will be drawn from one's form. But if you were to try to sprinkle water onto a blackened dust that remains, it will not become blood again. Anne? I remember something, even though I really didn't want to. How much do you remember, Anne? I don't know. It's just a flood of feelings and scenes, happy words and angry ones. I'm not sure. I understand. You go first, all right? And remember, be a good dog. Understood. See you, Miss Marianne. See you, dear guests. Oh, this is bad. The numbers of things that don't make sense here just keep going up. If we hadn't seen the dog, Paimon would have forgotten all that stuff already. Didn't we say we were going to rescue Princess Lyris? That's right. My apologies, but there is no princess here, only us. Today we were simply fortunate to receive guests. But this is the end of the path, so she has to be here. But Marianne said, that's gotta mean that one of you is mistaken, right? Right, Dan? Do you really want to hear what I have to say? Uh-oh. Of course, you got a bigger brain here, don't you? Paimon, we still experienced so far was just what we experienced so far was just a story. Wait, but didn't we team up with the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team and defeat the Narcissus henchmen? Wasn't that real? Think about it for no, don't. It was all a dream, me. Think about it, Paimon. Is there even a Narzissenkreuz kingdom amongst the 7 nations? You're right. Paimon didn't think of that. So the adventure team, Al, Pettit-Cho, Colonel, Kate, Jack, Maury, and the 2 of us and our adventures, they were all just characters in a story? No, that can't be. Paimon can't accept that. Didn't we encounter all kinds of stuff after going through the portal in the tower? There's a lot of stuff there that wouldn't fit in this just a story. You know, like how there was no Holy Blade mentioned in the start. Or how the sealed tower still had monsters and bubble formations in it. Paimon, I think I understand what Dan is trying to say. So all these things that happened after we ascended to the tower are things outside of the realm of the story, is that right? More accurately, those parts of the story have not yet been written. So the Holy Blade, Narcissus, these were still inside the story. It's just that they had not been arranged correctly yet. Paimon still finds it hard to imagine anyone who could create such a huge building for just a story. I believe the structure already existed. It was used as a setting for the story. So that means that the things I recalled along the way were things that happened here before. And I'm just a character in a story? You're not merely a character. The fact that you can't think about this means that you can remember it. But if that's the case, who is Anne? I am Anne. I must rescue Princess Lyris. Alright, Dan, Paimon, and dearest Anne. Our time is up. I enjoyed our time together, but I'm afraid that it's time for you to leave. Why did you have to say it was fiction if you already knew? Spare a thought for Anne's feelings, at least. Oh no. Your vision blurs and you suddenly feel weightless. The temperature of the once warm air rapidly dissipates. What happened? But... Shh. There's no need to say anything, Anne. I once heard that my best friend tell a story about a beautiful princess trapped in a high tower. Before you arrived, I had a dream. I dreamed that I was small, brave Oceanid, and that we set out to save the princess. And perhaps there are princesses in this world and dragons too, but I also know that the world's affairs are rarely this simple. Why would a dragon be concerned with the princess after all? After waking up, I would find this dream laughable, yet nostalgic, every time I thought about it. Do you remember now, Anne? No, there has to be some other way. If I can't save Princess Lyris, then what of my birth? My only wish. Do they have no meaning? Don't say that, Anne. I'm getting... This is kind of mindfuck territory. Your birth was a beautiful accident. As things stand, I can only wish for you to live on for your own sake. Go see the world, and see how it has changed these past years. I wish for you to have your own soul, memories, personality, and wishes. I wish for you to be the master of your own fate, and to experience all the beauty of the real world. Can you do that for me? It was a pleasure to meet you, Dan and Paimon. It was my pleasure to meet you too, Anne. But the Anpasis is our tomb. I do not wish for you to linger here. Marianne, why are you saying that? We can find a way to help you, can't we? I sense that you're good-hearted and powerful indeed. Thank you. I'm just someone who sometimes enjoys dreaming of lovely adventures and wonderful futures. But I know what happened in the past. I already know that there's no going back. In the real world, everything has already ended. So this is farewell. What is happening? Oh, not this again. It didn't let me turn the camera around so I could see the giant whatever she was in. Back in the tower. I think. Probably. Anne? I'm sorry, Knight Dan and Paimon. I already started to feel that some of the things were off earlier in the adventure. As you led me off the story's track, I started to understand and recall some things. But I still want to rescue Princess Lyris. That is the reason for which I was born. I want to save her and bring this story to a happy end. I mean, I don't even know who she is. I only know that she is gentle, lovely princess trapped due to Narcissus' invasion. Don't worry, Anne. At least we had fun while traveling on the adventure team, right? But they're all gone, I guess. Did you know that things would turn out this way? No, I thought we could help Anne. Ah. Well, if that's the case, we can still help Anne. Huh? Paimon didn't understand anything Marianne said. There at the end. Did you, Anne? I did, sort of. I could sense that she was speaking of something terrible that happened in the past. Well, Paimon feels that it's unfair. Not just to you, but to us too. That's why we gotta find out what happened. At least if we do, we can come up with some sort of plan. Whether it be saving Princess or figuring out what Marianne said. Or whatever we want to help you. That's right. This story isn't over. We'll find a way. Okay. So, this is just the story, then there's the thing Paimon doesn't get. What role do we play? Can't be sure. I think we're most likely undefined factors. And that's why we can bring this story to an end. Paimon gets it, so that's why Anne found us and brought us into the story. You might not have thought about it, Anne, but since we've been able to knock this story off course, that means we've opened all sorts of unknown possibilities. Isn't that right? You could say that. Thank you, Knight Dan. Thank you, Paimon. That's why we also need your help, Anne. And since we need to continue our adventure, well, can you think of anything that would help us figure out what to do next? Let me think. My memories contain a place known as the Nazissenkreuz Ordo. This place appears to have very deep connections to the past events. That's true. The Narzissenkreuz Kingdom Adventure Team. Yeah, they seem connected all right. Do you have any idea what this Ordo may be? That's where the robot dog was looking for, the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. I think. I might have to go back and check the footage. Oh, that's right. We're very experienced adventurers, and if you need to find it, we'll find it. If she no longer dreams of you. Anne in Wonderland.
Fascinating.
Anywho, I think that ends the entire quest line there. Oh, speaking of which, this entire region up here has been added. So, next time I guess we'll start exploring. Or maybe I'll do some exploring in my downtime, and then we'll resume the main Archon quest. I'm glad that this wasn't a huge time sink. I'm actually not really sure if I should even be ending here, to be honest. Does this just put me back where I was? Oh, that teleported me far away. Can I go back?
What's the hurry?
I think I can. Interesting. And this takes us back up here. So we can go back in there, but is it going to be all underwater still? No? So there's a waypoint in here somewhere. I'm gonna figure it out.
Ah! What's the hurry?
Okay, so this was
What's
the
the hurry?
first floor thing.
Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all.
So I have to find a way up. I gotta find a way up there. How do I get up there? That's where we came in, right? So weird.
What's the hurry? Ha!
This place is a mystery to me. Oh, it's just the mountain up top. I'm dumb. Okay, I'm dumb. I've wasted enough time here. So yeah, next time we'll resume the main Archon quest. And probably gonna do that Monday. Because I don't know when I'm going to have a reasonable amount of time to do it at any other point. So until next time, see you all in another stream. Stay safe out there.